The entire gala froze as Taylor Swift, face and hair soaked, slumped into a tower of sparkling champagne glasses. Laughter rippled through the VIP crowd. Who was that spoiled heiress who shoved her? And more importantly, who would come to Taylor's rescue? Spoiler alert, his name carried billions in weight and a whole lot of heart. It was the annual Stars and Sparkle Charity Ball, held in the heart of Manhattan's most opulent ballroom. Celebrities, CEOs, and socialites gathered beneath crystal chandeliers to raise money for global education. Taylor Swift arrived in a floor-length silver gown that caught every glint of light. She greeted fans on the red carpet, signed autographs, and slipped inside to mingle. At the center of the ballroom stood the piece de resistance, a 10-tier champagne tower of crystal coupes, awaiting its grand pour. Guests circled it, snapping photos and whispering about who would be the first to taste the bubbly cascade. Nearby, Vivian Harrington, daughter of a real estate mogul, smirked in her designer cocktail dress. Known for her ruthless social climbing, she viewed Taylor's understated grace as a personal insult. No sequins, no diamonds, Vivian had muttered to her entourage. Tonight, Taylor's elegance would be her canvas for cruelty. As the gala's host counted down for the champagne pour, Taylor stepped forward for a photo by the tower. Her husband, billionaire tech magnate Ethan Carmichael, was called away for a last-minute board call, leaving her momentarily alone. Vivian approached, feigning sweetness. "Taylor, darling," she cooed, "your gown is minimalist." She reached out to adjust a stray lock of Taylor's hair, maybe? But in one swift motion, Vivian shoved Taylor's shoulder. Time slowed. Taylor stumbled, arms flailing. A waiter cried out. The champagne tower wobbled precariously. In a splash of fizzy gold, Taylor crashed into the glasses, sending coupe after coupe toppling down like glittering dominoes. The hall erupted, gasps, giggles, and the high-pitched peals of smartphone cameras. Taylor lay amid broken glass, drenched in champagne, her once pristine gown ruined. Vivian raised a triumphant eyebrow and drifted away as security whispered to Taylor's aides. Taylor pushed herself up, chest heaving. The ballroom floor glistened under her feet. A few well-meaning guests offered napkins. Others stared in smug satisfaction. Taylor's cheeks burned, but her eyes flashed with indignation, not tears. She collected herself and straightened her back. With silent resolve, she walked across the champagne-soaked floor, each step a declaration that she wouldn't be broken by a brat's cruelty. Outside, in the grand foyer, Taylor paused. Laughter still echoed inside. She texted Ethan. Champagne tower incident. Slight wardrobe malfunction. Hold my place. Moments later, she re-entered the ballroom, dried off, hair pinned back, and wearing an impromptu sequin shawl from a sympathetic guest. The murmurs quieted. Taylor approached the dais, where the host prepared to address the crowd. A hush fell. Then, in the front row, a spotlight blinked on. Ethan Carmichael strode forward, cell phone still in hand. His tailored tux was immaculate, and his gaze fixed firmly on Taylor. "Ladies and gentlemen," he called out, voice ringing clear. "Before we proceed, there's something you all need to know." Cameras swiveled, and a ripple of anticipation ran through the crowd. Ethan held up his phone, playing a brief video. Vivian's shove, then Taylor's graceful recovery. At the end, Taylor straightened and offered a small, dignified smile. The footage was undeniable. Ethan set down his phone and turned to Vivian, who had suddenly paled. "Miss Harrington," he said, voice level but steely, "I believe you owe my wife and this charity an apology." He paused, then added, "And you'll be personally covering the cleanup costs." Vivian's lip quivered. Security gently escorted her aside as the ballroom burst into applause. Not for the champagne pour, but for the billionaire defending his wife with class. Taylor and Ethan mounted the dais together. The host handed Taylor the final champagne bottle. "Care to finish what was started?" He winked. Taylor nodded, and the ballroom lights dimmed in anticipation. She raised the bottle high, and in one smooth move, poured a golden cascade down the tower, this time without a wobble. Glasses overflowed in perfect harmony, and the crowd cheered louder than any celebrity entrance. Ethan lifted his glass to Taylor. She met his eyes, her smile radiant. Around them, laughter of genuine delight replaced mockery. Vivian, seated at a distant table, watched in silent regret as Taylor accepted well-earned congratulations. That night, stars and sparkle raised a record-breaking donation, all captured under ballroom lights and Taylor's resilient grace. The champagne that once symbolized her humiliation became the emblem of her victory. Love Taylor's comeback? Hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more unforgettable stories where kindness and courage conquer cruelty. Share this video and remind someone, never underestimate the power of a poised comeback.